Yikes.
What's up? I'm an Amazon delivery driver here in Seattle, and I'll admit, it's true. If you've seen one of these, there's a very good chance it was dinged, dented, scraped, or messed up in some type of way. Let's talk about why you can usually find a dent next to that blue Prime logo and what ends up happening to all those wrecked Amazon vans. When you think about UPS or FedEx trucks, usually something like this is what comes to mind. These heavy-duty walk-in trucks are called step vans, and they're usually designed with durability and longevity in mind. They're a lot more well-equipped to survive the daily abuse of a delivery truck. Amazon uses these trucks too, but the majority of their fleet are just regular light-duty cargo vans. The cargo vans are a lot less resistant to tree branches and other hazards a delivery driver might face. The bigger step van trucks also weigh over 10,000 pounds, which in most states means that drivers need to obtain some type of Department of Transportation certification. Here in Washington, I had to take a one-day class, pass a written and drive test, and pass a DOT medical examination. On top of the state certifications, usually each delivery company will have their own certifications or training processes. Basically what I'm getting at here is if a driver's done their company-specific training plus passed the state certification, chances are they're pretty capable of doing their job without damaging their vehicle. But not every delivery driver has to pass that state certification. Since the cargo vans are under 10,000 pounds, they don't qualify for any type of DOT restrictions. So in most cases, all you need to do to drive for Amazon or drive a cargo van for another delivery company is to have your regular old driver's license and then pass any type of company-specific training. Okay, and here's the kicker. Amazon Logistics operates under a third-party contractor model. All this means is that Amazon contracts hundreds of smaller delivery companies called Delivery Service Partners or DSPs who hire drivers to wear Amazon uniforms, deliver Amazon packages in Amazon branded vans, but we don't actually work for Amazon. So each company does basically the same thing, but they're all operated independently. So at my station here in Seattle, for example, I think there are 10 other DSPs, all doing basically the same thing, but totally independent from each other. As you can imagine, with hundreds of companies, there's gonna be inconsistencies with hiring, for example, amongst other things. If one company is experiencing a shortage of drivers, they might hire less experienced drivers, which might lead to more van damage. Even if a DSP does hire the best, when you have dozens of drivers out on the road driving thousands of miles every day, accidents are bound to happen, damage is bound to happen. So the damage happens, you see the van on the street and you think, wow, whatever will we do? What will be the fate of this poor Amazon van? Well, remember those DSPs from earlier? Each DSP has between 5 and 30, sometimes more than 30, vans that fall into 3 different ownership categories. Step vans, those cool Rivian electric vans, and then we have a van called the CDV or a custom delivery vehicle. It's like basically if a Ford Transit or a Ram ProMaster had a baby with one of those step vans. And then there are like a sprinkling of a few cargo vans that are owned by Amazon and leased directly to the DSPs. So those fall under the owned by Amazon category. Do people still do this? Do people ever do this? Next are the vast majority of Amazon's delivery fleet, which are the regular branded cargo vans. Those are owned by a third-party lease management company that is approved by Amazon to lease those vans, branded vans, to the DSPs. So those fall under the leased by Amazon category. And then, and this is the riskiest category because they usually cost the most to fix, some DSPs rent unbranded cargo vans from Hertz, Budget. There's a company called Fluid Truck that rents cargo vans. If you're really unlucky, U-Haul. Sometimes, very rarely, DSP owners will even own cargo vans outright that they can use. But there are rules about how many unbranded cargo vans you can run per day, and so that can get kind of dicey. In most cases, pretty much all cases, DSPs are responsible for all of the damage that their fleet accumulates. In that first category, the Amazon-owned vans, Amazon, I think, has a little bit more flexibility on things like powertrain issues, bigger service issues, especially because the electric vans are so new. The step vans are just big and expensive and hard to take care of. Some of that stuff is subsidized. But anytime you see a Ford Transit with just a messed up roof, that's fallen back on the DSP. Here's a fun little story. So we got the Rivian electric vans recently. A King County Metro bus took off one of the mirrors to our Rivian vans, $750 fix. $750 for a mirror. That's out of the DSP's pocket, not quite high enough to hit our deductible. So it stings even worse. Plus you need to take into account insurance costs on an unusable van, any costs associated with like towing or anything like that. As a result, it's not uncommon for DSPs to defer fixing things that don't affect the roadworthiness of a van. One of those things is dents. That being said, any vehicle that's damaged to the point that it could cause a safety concern for drivers is liable to being grounded by Amazon. When a van is grounded, the DSP must provide Amazon with some type of proof of repair, like a work order, before the van can be certified as roadworthy again. When Amazon grounds a van, it's usually for things like hazard lights being out, or a broken or cracked mirror, a nail in the tire or something like that. Sometimes like doors won't close, or like a sensor will be hanging off from the back, weird things like that. That stuff can be a little bit more major, but usually when a van is grounded, it's not too hard to fix it and get it back up on the road again. When a van does reach the end of its service life, it's debranded and a few things could happen from there. Most likely it will be repaired and sold by that third-party fleet management company that I was talking about. And by repaired, I mean the DSP will pay thousands of dollars to repair it to like new condition. Or if it's too damaged, it'll just sit on an auction lot waiting to get parted out. It's kind of funny because when these vans come up on like Copart, or I'll even see them at our Ford dealership down the street here, they're still painted that Amazon squid ink blue color. They just don't have the letters or like the branding. So they're pretty recognizable. It is funny, I'll see them driving around or sitting in a lot somewhere and I'm like, do I know you? But now you know a little bit more about those scrappy blue vans. If you like this video, you might like this video too. Like I said, I found one of those unbraided Prime vans and we take a closer look, so check that one out. And just because you made it to the end, I'm gonna share with you a little secret, okay? I didn't even work today. I put this on, all this on. This is a rain jacket. I'm like sweating under here. I put this on for you, for this video. So give it a like, subscribe, maybe watch another video. Hope you enjoyed this one, hope you learned something. We'll see you next time. I'm gonna go eat a creamsicle. Oh, we're out. I'm gonna go eat a banana. Peace out.